welcome, welcome. Here we are. Dun, 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 dun. Look at me. Look at me. I am all dressed up and ready to go. I have on builder's goggles, and I have also on a backpack, which is interesting. I'm wearing the backpack right now, but they're heavy, so I think I'm going to change the backpack. Hello, everyone. I am Monster to Mermaid. This is Minecraft, and let me take off this backpack for a second. This is the reason why we weren't wearing it, because it does show, but we can put it right here and it'll be there. Let's take off the goggles, and so you can see me, and then let's turn around. It is still winter. Whoa. It's still winter in the area that I'm in, and I will come out. Now, if this looks familiar, you're absolutely right. This is very familiar. This is very similar to, except there's no place to go, to a building that we have in Piti Hamalakut, in the resort for Anarluk. And right now in Anarluk, we're up to the 190th stream, but this is the number one. We're going to call this number one, the number one stream for the new city. And we have started a new city with this as the town hall. So you might remember that in Piti Hamalakut, this building, which is Anyanka's style, Old English style, this building is the supply camp. So this is the very beginning of a city, and we have done the thing that she said to do, and that is changed this hut block from the supply camp. We picked it up and put it back down in the same place to make this the town hall center. And outside we have these demarcations here in white stone of the borders and the entrances for the town hall. And so when you look up, you'll see that there are border pieces around for the beginning of the town hall. So let's talk about what happened, why there is a new city, why I am here. And the reason that I'm here is because, let me find this one for a minute. She's probably waiting for something. Oh, it might be time.
What's it today, then?
Nope, she's definitely waiting for something. Now, I will explain, and maybe I should explain immediately. So what happened was, there was a Mr. Villager last week had sent me a Discord talking about trade post, and when he said trade post, I thought, oh, he's just talking about something that he's made up, or something that's going on for him. And as a matter of fact, he was talking about something that's going on for him, and it was like, okay, this is fine. We understand, and we can do that. Let's see what she needs.
Good
now.
to see you.
Nope, you don't need anything. You're just working. Are you ready for some things? She might be ready for some stuff. She's not asking for anything
Tis a
yet.
fine morning.
She has dirt. She has some pieces.
Is there a problem?
Is there a problem? You tell me. You're not asking for anything. So this is there she goes. This is the style. The style is Old English is going to be the main style that we're using, since the town hall is Old English, and most of the plans that we put down are for Old English. So let's go back to the story. Mr. Villager, who is in my chat a lot, he, a friend in my chat, he mentioned Trade Post, and it was like, oh, it was in Discord. Last week was a busy week. I didn't really get a chance to read it. I apologize to him. He was just saying there was something about Trade Post, and it was like, okay. And then I went to Discord later in the week, and I saw last week, and I saw in suggestions, someone was suggesting something, and in response to the suggestion, one of the one of the main style designers for Minecolonies suggested Trade Post to them. And it's like, wait a minute, you're suggesting an actual mod that does economy to somebody on Discord, on Minecolonies Discord? And I said, does it really work with Minecolonies? And so I went out to look, and it does. It is a baby mod. It is a baby mod. It has just started out. They have a Discord, and they are still working on the mod. And this is the way the mod appears. So let's get the build tool. This is the way the mod appears in the build tool. The mod appears as its own section, Minecolonies Trade Post, but the actual mod is not Trade Post, because there's someone else who has Trade Post, the word, as a mod. This is Trade Post for Minecolonies, or Trade Post in Minecolonies, and so that is the mod. And right now they have two styles, and one of them is the original Trade Post style, and the other is Hills, and you can see the designers. And these are, we looked at these, and if you'd like to see some of this, Mr. Villager, hello, hello, hello. And if you would like to see some of this, you can actually go to, today is March 16th, 2026. And yes, doing okay. E você? How are you? Como você? Como vai? I think it's como vai. Sim? They're still up for a few days on Twitch. If you have a Twitch account, you can see me trying to find this land, first of all, which we will show in a minute. And so, in order to try this, they say that it's okay if you put it in a new, drained. It was a weird weekend, wasn't it? And you were coming down with something, weren't you? You were, Mr. Villager. And, or getting over something. Good to know. Yeah. I wish you were doing better. I wish you had a better night. Remember that thing, Mr. Villager, that you like to push yourself. You do. So let's go to the map for a second. So this is what we did. We started a new map, and I started a new map because I didn't want it in the same instance as Petit Hamalakut and Arnarluk. And even though I started a new map, look where it put me. It put me right here at the biome border. That's practically the river. and which was really fascinating. Made Oh, you had a second birthday party made on weekends, so anybody who didn't have a chance to celebrate during the exact day could do it. Aww, that's very sweet. That's very sweet. That is very sweet. And for those of you who are wondering, Mr. Villager's birthday was. Wait, where is it? I thought I had it. Mr. Villager, tell me your birthday. Tell me your birthday again. I thought I had it. After all this freaking time, I've known you forever. How could I not have your birthday? That is very, very strange. The intention was pretty good, but it led to some stress. I can imagine. I can imagine that it did. Why don't I have your birthday? Why don't I have the date of your birthday? I said happy birthday to you on your day. Actually, the day after, because I don't think I streamed on your birthday. You're not going to tell me, are you? Shoot. Well, I'll have to go back and look at the streams then and see what day that was. I'm amazed that I didn't put that down. It's not like me. That means that has to do with you. That means you don't want anyone to know when your birthday is, do you? It's okay, you don't have to. It's quite all right. You can tell me in Discord. I won't tell anybody. Yeah, I thought I had. So we started up here, and then we worked our way around, and we found all of this, let me tell you, is, the biomes we've gone is outrageous scenery all through here, and belonging to several different skeleton kingdoms, huge kingdoms. We found some huge cities. We actually found a large village, which is what this is in this area right here. Is actually a large village. And then kingdoms with villages directly connected to them. And then we found different areas. The desert was actually beautiful. We have arches. We found another mermaid city, a large mermaid city, but we've done that, and so we decided we were going to do just a land location. And you see these strange things right here. This was pretty amazing. Maybe I'll just go there for a minute. There's this, I believe, is an abandoned mine colony right here, in an amazing location. There's a huge mine in the desert and a couple of volcanoes in this area, but the skeletons have a massive factory in this area, and so we didn't want to be near that. And there's a castle right here, but these are massive, these towers here. And let's see, it felt so chaotic and unproductive. Most of it, the intention was good, and we think it led to, it will be a hard week now because of it. I'm sorry about that. Best laid plans, I guess. We're going to teleport here so we can look at these massives for a moment. So let's get out of the map And dun 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 dun. So here's what they look like. And it's like, wow. But we had a city before. Let me go to sleep so you can see these properly. I'm going to sleep in this tree just to be careful in this land because this land is unfamiliar. So we're going to sleep in the top of the tree the way people do in the desert. And here it is. Look at these massives. I love these. And this would have been interesting, but in 19, we started a city near massives like this called Red Rock. And so I didn't want to do Mesa, and I didn't want to do desert this time. I've done those in the past. My very first big city, Omo, was a desert city. And so I decided just as a straightforward city for trade post, because that's what this is supposed to be about, I decided that I was going to do a city in a regular flat sort of plain, flattish plain. It's not as flat as, I'm not grading it flat, but we came down the desert and we came to an area that had a lot of beautiful, beautiful islands. It was broken up into these river islands. Notice there's a large castle in this area. And so we were trying to steer away from paying the skeletons because when the castles are that big, they want a lot of gold. And it's not that we don't have it. We just, we just didn't feel like doing that right now. So we have a little village down here, and then we have some evidence of witches in this area. There is a witches building, a river watch right here. The sea is kind of warm, but it's not quite warm enough. And we have a lot of ships out in the ocean in this area. And so we decided to come to a specific, oh wow, it's time to drink already, wow. Ooh. The screams, the loud music, even when you put your own music on, they said, it wasn't the most fitting for party, yes, but still, I'll take this as an example of how out of track it was. Oh, interesting. The endless photos, all of dirt. I see. So we ended up down here in this area, and one of the reasons that we did is this right here, and let's teleport to here. Let's hope I don't teleport into the mountain. Let's teleport right here. And there it is. This is an abandoned witch's house. A very elaborate witch's house, but it's abandoned. And usually these aren't abandoned. Now I started a fire in the house to keep it so it would be warm because I was staying here for a little bit. But you can see the spider webs. Some of them have been cleared away in some areas because we decided that since there wasn't what was really interesting is there was absolutely not a single um, spawner in this place. And it's like, why? Isn't that odd? So that's why I'm saying it was abandoned, because there wasn't a single spawner here. I did not see this. I didn't see this. Look at this. So this is an old witch's house, and you can see that there was something that was supposed to be here. Something's gone from here. Look at all of this. So these are things that, this is parts of a city or parts of a location that are gone, and all that's left is this house. So this might have been like a royal house, like a house that belonged to. And look at this. Look at the fact that the stairs go down into the dirt. That is most curious. So there was some kind of eruption here, some kind of, Mr. Villager. So remember how we say that the witches disappeared, and we don't know why, that they had massive cities and we don't know what happened to them? We're beginning to have some idea on this part of the continent that there was some sort of huge, massive world disruption. And look at this. Where did that come from? Did that just appear? I hadn't been around here, so it's possible that that just got there. But this might be the answer to what happened to the cities, that they were destroyed by a massive change in the world. How curious. How curious, because witches had huge cities. This is my story, my Minecolonies story, that witches, yay, the air went off. Witches have had huge stories of cities at one point, and poor thing, she has to use these tools until she's level 1, and she keeps running out of stuff, but we're going to give it to her. Remember, this is the beginning of a new city, and I am an ambassador from the nation of Tahana, the Mermaid Nation. We are mobs. I am a mob, and this is going to be one of the ones where there's not a lot of water. I could use the volcanic pool and have some placed in the pool. There are some ledges on this pool, and let me come here. Oh my gosh, Mr. Villager, I didn't turn into a mer. Oh, that's interesting. Hold on, let me go over here. Oh, that is strange. That is interesting. Hold on. Let me come in here. There's magic here. What? There's some kind of magic here. I did not turn into a mer. I didn't turn into a mermaid. I have my abilities, but I didn't turn into a mermaid in the water. How odd. not going to try and fix it right now because it probably means getting out of the game and getting back in. So the story will be that there is some magic, and it probably has to do with this house up here, that it is a witch's house, and I am a mob. So it might have to do with the fact that there is some protection against mobs in this area, and because of that, I can't change into my mermaid self. Yeah, I'll say that was very strange. That was very strange. Well, then I have to really be careful, but luckily I don't need to go into the water at this particular point, and we'll continue. So, Trade Post is an economy mod for Minecolonies, and it is a small mod, a baby mod right now, but it has some wonderful things that I actually really like. It has, so you know how I was making Petit Hamalakut into a resort. They actually have a resort piece. They also have a market piece, and both of those, you joined the Trade Post's art team or became the team because you haven't seen anybody else yet. They will probably demand an update. Will you update? Absolutely, when the time comes, but it didn't update on CurseForge yet, and they are on CurseForge, and so I don't have the CurseForge update. But yeah, as soon as there is a time to update, I will. So absolutely. So these are so because we are building on land, we decided that we were going to use Anyanka's Old English as the foundation. And let me put on the goggles for a second, and this will allow us to be able to see some of the buildings. So this is Anyanka. The reason that I wanted to do Old English is she has a lot of really cool ideas, a lot of nested buildings. And in the same way that we're going to find out with Trade Posts, we're going to have to nest some of the Trade Post buildings in the buildings that we are building now. And an interesting thing about it is Trade Post has its own designs, and let's show, since I'm here right now, let's come down here during the night, because this is a good thing to do at night. And we're going to look at the Trade Post buildings the Trade Post things that we're most interested in. So we're going to switch to Trade Post, and this is the economy. So there's a marketplace building, and let's X, and let's put it again, a marketplace building. And there it is in the air. This is it. So you can see this little area here. This allows you to sell things, to sell and to make coin. Have its own paths. I'll check in a minute and see, Mr. Villager, if she does have paths and infrastructure. I'll do that. So this is a level 1 of that building. At level 5, the building looks like this. And so this is the style of the Trade Post buildings. And we have this building. This is one of the buildings we're interested in. We are interested in the resort. And this is the way the resort looks in their building. Let me go away from here for a second. Let me go over to the border where I don't have anything built, so I don't have that coming up there. So let's do that here. So the resort, and the resort has this bar, and this is a new block, the bartender, in the same way the marketplace is a new block for Minecolonies. And so that bartender block is one that we're interested in putting. But at level 5, this is what this building looks like. And this is the style. And then underneath here is this area here, which I believe is supposed to be like a resort, a place where people can come. And it looks like it's supposed to be underwater so that they can come and look at a place underwater, and that would actually be really kind of pretty. And it's interesting because there is some similarities for some different buildings, but that reminds me of something. Is it Desert Oasis? I don't remember who it is who actually has an underwater viewing place, and that's what this is too. This is supposed to be an underwater viewing building. It won't leak. That is an extra. I think we'd have to see if that's going to leak with the water on top. But this is a version of what their buildings look like. That's a level 5 of the building. And then right here is the recycling plant, which is one of the buildings that we're really interested in. And this takes things out of the warehouse and recycles them so that they can be reused. And this is one of the things that I'm really interested in. It has its own warehouse place where it stores things. And that was Vincentius going by. And when he went by, it got cold. That was very interesting, the vampire. And so you can see how deep this goes into the ground, this recycling center. And this is one of the pieces that we're very interested in. And let's look and see. You shall replace the hut blocks for models of yours, and by learning how to do it, okay, you will hardly get the idea of the small umbrellas someday. Okay, and how does the recycler hut lock look? The recycle looks like, you barely saw it. Okay, the recycler hut block looks like this, which is really nice. That's the hut block for it. And I like it. I actually am fine with this building the way it is. And we intend to put it next to the warehouse specifically. And I'm hoping that when I do put it next to the warehouse, that I will be able to, the warehouse has an underground area too, that I will be able to make a door between the two areas, a door between the recycling area, the lower recycling area, and the lower part of Old English's warehouse. And so this has been recycled. So you see, there's where the stuff that's been recycled goes here, and then you can see the recyclable piece. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on right here to make it look like this is where you put the stuff to be recycled, and then it comes out on this other side right here. And the way they have it set up, you probably can, it'll fill up those racks when it's done. And that was one of the things that we liked. And so we saw Marketplace, the Recycler, the Resort. I didn't look at the Outpost. Oh, yes, I did. This Outpost piece, level 5, turns out to be a farm. I thought it was going to be a marketplace, but it's actually a farm area right now. And so that's what they're calling the outpost. And how this works, because they're calling it something different. Here's one of the stations. This station is made to, is part of their being able to send things out by rail. And so these are the pieces. There is a wiki. If you go to Discord, to Trade Post on Discord, you can find it on CurseForge Trade Post, and it should give you the Discord address, so you can join their Discord. And in their Discord, they have the wiki pinned to questions, to an area where you can ask questions. The Wikipedia is there for Trade Post, which can help you if you're interested in building this mod with your Minecolonies. Now, they had originally said that that if you're building it into an old colony, an already established colony, you might have trouble. And so this was one of the reasons why we wanted to start a new one. And it's best to start a new colony anyway Minecolonies, when you're doing something completely new. And so that's why we decided to come here. Now, my problem is that the buildings, that the style that they have isn't a style that I particularly care for. Other people might like it, and it's not a criticism of the style itself, because styles are artistic, which means that someone thinks it's beautiful, and that's the way they wanted their buildings to look, and that's fine. All of that is fine. However, the thing for me is that I wanted it to fit into one of the kinds of cities that I like to make. And in order for it to do that, the buildings would have to be a level 5, and I would have to extract. Let me take off the glasses for a minute. I would have to, actually I'll leave them on. I would have to extract the huts from the buildings and put them into level 5s of my buildings. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go automatically to level 5 for everything. But then after I calmed down, because when something's new, it whips you up. It whips you up, and it does me anyway. And it's the reason why people don't like new things, because their mind starts going, wait, I don't have time, or wait, I need to figure something out, or wait, I need to understand. Mostly, wait, I need to understand. So after the first stream that I did the second stream where I said I have a plan, because after I got out, I thought about it, and Minecolonies, thank you, Minecolonies. Minecolonies has attached the food system to the housing. So you do not have to have level 5. This allows you to make the trades level 5s if you want, and you don't have the people all being level 5 all at once. And it allows the builders to be able to build. It allows you to start from scratch and be able to build things. So this build right here is the beginning, and yes, she is building it like a level 1 builder with wooden tools. She'll get faster. She's the only one we have right now. And so let's talk about the layout that we've done so far, which we're not going to be able to see unless we have something, some little building. Let's get some little building that I can pass over these so that I can see. I could pass a trade post building, but there's no little teeny tiny ones. If you want to do you plan to do the Old English like row houses? Then you could project quite a fitting marketplace for me. Um, you would like to do that? You'd like to do something like that? Because what I'd like to do is have it really be kind of like an old city the people where the people who sell things are selling things in a little, on a little street, up a little street, and that street that would, so this is out of the town hall. This is one of the entrances out of the town hall. So right here there would be a street, and this street would be all the trades who are selling stuff. And so that means that the residences would be on top and the trades would be in the bottom. That's what I would like. That's the kind of thing that I would like to do, Mr. Villager. So the closest thing to that, let's switch. The example would be Caledonia. Nope. C-A-L-E. Which vowel goes there? Caledonia Housing Residence. And let's see where it is. There it is, up in the air. So this residence, level 5, let's bring it away from whatever I'm building back there. This is the level 1 of a Caledonia house. 2. Oh, it's the back? Wait, come back here. That's the back? No, it's not. It's the front, all right. 1, 2. That was interesting. I didn't remember that, but that's right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is the residence. I thought there were. Oh, I'm not awake, obviously. Caledonia. Let's go to residences again. I might be thinking of the wrong thing. Yeah, there's only one. This is not what I'm thinking of. So I must be thinking of medieval. Although this would be nice too. This would be nice to take one of these bottom ones, and have them be where little shop places, and have them live upstairs from their little shops. But the one that I was thinking of is probably the medievals. It's probably medieval oak then that I'm thinking of. Let's go to residence. So, not that one. That's the main one. The alt residence, it's this one. This is the one that we were thinking of. This residence that we've used many, many times in different places. The level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, this has a separate little apartment place right here, and this should actually be the shop. This would be the retail shop. This is actually the house on this side. There's the hut block for the house on this side. And then on this side, we could just have retail, and then have them live up above. There's places here for beds right there, so a couple can live above the shop right there. That's kind of what I would like as the row houses, and I like that. Byzantium. Let me look at Byzantine. Let's come here. Let's look at Byzantine for a second. So he is saying that these residences would probably have the type of house that I'm looking for. Uh-huh. This is pretty big. And there's the house piece. And in here is bedrooms on this part. So is this an apartment building with bedroom with houses, different other houses upstairs? Let's see how many houses there are in here. Because that's the thing about Byzantine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At level 5. There are way more bedrooms in here than it seems like there could be. So I think that's so that you can add. There's another. See right there? So this is another house right here on this floor. And these are the bedrooms for this house. Right through here, there's 1, there's 2, and the others that belong to this house. So this is how Byzantine has them. But this style, I don't want for what we're doing, because I'm doing Old English kind of style, which is medieval, and this is a different type of version. Is there actually a basement in this? I don't think I've looked at this. It's probably, oh yes, there is. Wow, it has a basement. That is quite a massive structure, and it's definitely a residence. And I hadn't looked at the actual residence. I always use the apartment pieces, and Rubian added this piece here, and this has places where they can sell stuff in this little area, and this is actually what he was talking about in this area here. And then upstairs is where they live. They live up here, and that's looking like 2 separate houses being in this area. What level is this? Which one am I doing the Mubian one? It's level 5, and that's the water. Wow. So let me see what it looks like. So at level 5, it looks like this. So you can see that there's stairs that go up to housing that's on top. And then there's this area here with what looks like, exactly, looks like a little place where you could have a shop. Here's a house on this part. And so that would be curious. That definitely would be. It would be interesting. I'd have to think about it. These are apartments up here. And we can see the guard tower, but inside there's a house piece right here. And so when you put in the house piece, you get actual rooms, this is one of the ones where you can use these little pieces, like this piece right here. You can use this piece and put it into those rooms, and this piece at level 6 has this number of beds, and it looks like this. No, if it fit well. And that's the thing. And so that's the reason why we're looking at different buildings and different things and trying to decide. But from here, I would like to have a road And so since Mr. Villager has mentioned it, let's go to Old English and see if Anyanka has roads. One of the things she does not have is a tavern, and that might be a choice of hers. Well, obviously it is a choice of hers. Let's look at the infrastructure, and look at that, Mr. Villager. There are no roads. She doesn't have any road-specific roads. So, if you want, you could try to project some housing by yourself, but it would require, you think, a lot of interpretation on my part. You can show me some ideas, and then you could use them as a part of what you're doing for Trade Post. And I think that's a really good idea. And there's no roads in Old English, so we have, this is the space that I'm leaving spaces for roads. I absolutely have to have roads here, and we're leaving spaces for them. And now I need something to hold in my hand, so that Byzantine piece actually would be good. Let's go back to Byzantine. I just need something tiny. So let's go to residence, and let's go to that small piece right there. And that way we can move this piece next to the pieces that we have. This is what the town hall is going to look like at level 5. So that's the level 5 of the town hall. So let's move this. Let's come over here. We have a mine planned in this area right here, and she has these complexes in the same way that Byzantine does, where she nests several buildings together. And let's get that piece again, the residence piece. It didn't go back to it. Interesting. So let's do this again over here and see if I can get this to come up. There we go. So this is the mine piece, and this mine piece includes several different things. You can see that there's something supposed to be there. And so all of these parts are included in the mine, and this is why we have a space here for the road. And I should be doing this in the daytime so you can kind of see. You're starting to like a bit more Old English now, looking at it. Yeah, it's very curious. And so that's one of the areas. And then let's come over here for a second. Let's come over to here. This is already showing, but let's see what it looks like at level 5. Yeah, we just have to keep doing this each time, just so that I have a little something tiny that I can move over here and make that. Nah, it's not gonna make it. Oh, there it goes. And so this is the builder, and I know for sure that the builder includes a sawmill, and that's why we have it facing the way it is, because we're going to have the tree farmer back here and the tree farm in this area. And then over here we are going to put a farm, and the farm is here already, so let's move this over. Let's hope I'm moving it in the right direction. I am moving it in the right direction. And there it is. So this is the farm building, and you can see there's space enough for roads in between these buildings. Mr. Villager did an interesting work with the DO framing. Yeah, this kind in medievals, and that's exactly right. And so this is the reason why I am using this. And I wanted to see, so the farm includes all the, this is an animal farm, it includes all the animals. So all the animals are included in a single farm, which I like the idea of. It's much more realistic for the time period. And so this is what it looks like. And then over here, we're going to have the warehouse. The warehouse is going to be here, although I haven't set it yet. And the reason I didn't was because I forgot about the university, and I decided to set the university first. Now, Anyanka's university is tiny. It's a very small university, but I want it because it has the nested school in it. Let's come here and let's move this. Let's X, and let's move the fundamental building that we're using here, residence, over here, so that this building might show. There we go. And so this is the main university building, and we're going to do the university like universities are. We're going to have several buildings for the university. At this particular time, this is how universities exist right now. So we have one big building here. It has one of the libraries, it has the school. And then over here, we're going to have another university building right here. And this one is a smaller building. We're going to use Littleton's University. Let me bring this piece over here. There it is. It's coming over. Let's see if we get it close enough. It should cause this building to come on. It should cause this building to come on. We'll see in a minute if it will. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be the second university building. So we'll have two buildings, two university buildings. So we kind of almost need a courtyard kind of situation right here. And then we'll have dorms over in this area and a dining hall, student center and dining hall for this. And you think you get what? Because it looks like the door and window frame. Yeah, it is cool, isn't it? It does make that kind of a look. Now, we were talking about the fact that she does not have a tavern. And so, did we X that? Yes, we did. She doesn't have a tavern. So we are using the Spruce Tavern, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we're using the Spruce Tavern. We're going to make a double tavern. Now with the Spruce Tavern, it just appeared in front of you. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, it was a boom. Yeah, so the Spruce Tavern is going to be a double. We're going to have two tavern buildings. One of them is going to be the tavern that we need in order to get people. The other one is going to be where I'm going to put the new bartender piece that is from Trade Post. I'm going to extract it from their style and put it into the tavern. And so when this tavern is finished, and what I can do, since this is a tavern, it only goes up to level 3. I don't want it to go quite up to level 3 just yet, because then the people will need food. And right now, they can live for a long time on just me feeding them. If I start having level 3 buildings, I'm going to need a dining hall. And the dining hall is in the town hall. And so we are in the process right now of setting up builders. Hold on for a second. You thought it was because of preference. Do you want to readapt for it so it fits with the rest of the colony? Readapt what? The medieval tavern? Or which? Which are you talking about, readapt? Oh, the bartender? The bartender. Yeah, it's not going, I'm just going to extract the hut block so that we can use it in this medieval tavern. And that's what I'm looking forward to doing. So this tavern is not going to have eating. It's just actually just going to have the bartender in here, which is going to be kind of fun doing that. So that's where we're at. We need 3 more builders. So we have a builder here. And this builder is going to do the warehouse, the mine, all of this area. We could have a builder between the university and the mine right here in this area. This is the mine. We have a little space right here. We could put a builder in this area right here, a small builder, medieval, one of Littleton's builders in that area, and have a little builder's shop. And why am I talking about it? Let's look for a second. Let's see how much space I did allow for this. Oh, this is the mine right here, and this is the university right here. So there's plenty of room for a builder. So we could have one of 2 types of builders. We could either have medieval, the trade post huts. We'll readapt them. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, that'll be fun. I'd love it. And so let's come here and let's, Mr. Villager is talking about making a style, a trade post style, since he's part of the art team for trade posts, which is good for you, Mr. Villager. I think that's good. I think that is good. And let's come here for a second and let's look at setting down some builder right here. So we have a couple builders that we could do. We could either do a medieval builder. We already have an Old English builder. So we can do an oak builder, medieval oak. So let's see. That's X. Let's do that again right here. And let's come here, medieval oak builder. And we have 2 builders. This is the alternative builder, which is, I forgot about the alternative builder. Ooh, I totally forgot about the little builder that looks like, oh, this is actually quite nice to go in this area since the mine is right here. To have this kind of builder, let's show the alternative builder level 5. This is what it looks like, which would be really interesting in this area with this shop. So let's bring this over. You wish the team had given you a PC as a work tool. Ah, you know, seriously, that would have been nice. That would have been nice. That definitely would have been. So this is the way this area looks, where it turns into, let me bring it down to the ground so we can see. Actually, let me bring it up for a minute. Now, one of the things about this one is it does have a shop. So it looks like there's an area right here. This is the little shop area, workshops, and it has a little area down here that goes down to storage underground. And so this is actually really nice in keeping with the way this is. However, This looks like it should be in the area where we're putting the marketplace, doesn't it? It does. Too demanding? I don't think so. Usually, when you work for somebody, you actually do get a computer as a part of to help you do your work. So I don't think that's unrealistic or asking for a lot. I really don't. So we could either do this one, or we could do the more traditional one, which is this one here, level 5. Let's bring it out. Let's bring it up for a second so I can see what it looks like. And turn it to face this way. So we could either do the building that we were looking at before, or let's find the front of this building. We can do this building right here. So this is another one where it has this area. This is the front door right here, the porch. And then it has the storage down underneath again, storage in the ground. And it is a smaller version. And we could sit it right between these two. That's a great crane right there. And I think in this area, I might like one of these better. I think I like one of these. By the way, in songs, I haven't gotten a chance to do anything. I didn't get a chance to look at Blood's. Blood gave me a translator, Bloodstain, on Twitch, and I didn't get a chance to look at it. Vincentia's got a chance to look at the translator, and Apple has one too. The Apple iOS has a translator that works exactly like that one, and so we will probably use that. And I'll explain to Blood that we'll use it because we're in the United States right now, and there are questions about use. There are questions about what people do with the information that you put on where they track you through applications. And so in this instance, he is suggesting that we use the Apple. We're in the United States, so we have to be careful of stuff like that. In the country that Bloodstain is in, their government has actual strict policies about tracking and stuff, using apps. They have more strict rules than the United States does, and so that's why we have to keep that in mind. So if this was sitting here, it would sit here like this and be in this spot. Now this is the medieval oak one, the spruce, and I think all the medievals look the same of this. Let's look at the medieval spruce for a second. This is a builder. And that's what they look like in the beginning, and they end up looking like that. So the oak or the spruce will be fine. We're not going to use birch because Petit Hamalakut was in a birch forest, and we've done a lot of birch recently. So we're going to use oak more in this build than we have been using. And I like the idea of this. I like that the crane is here on this side. I like that. It's on both sides, it has that. I'm trying to decide whether I want to have this building, this tall building here, or whether I want to, it does still have the work front, so a person can go into the shop right here, and they can go upstairs. And we have actually done some stuff upstairs in this before to make it look like they could live up here, and we could do that again using a piece. And I think I'd like to. You're still surprised? I haven't gotten the cold brew. I haven't done anything. We are not at the point where I can do any of that. I need to actually make the building in order to do that. And I don't want to make the building the way it looks, which is why I'm getting this whole city done. And it's going to take me a little bit of time to get it to the point where I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to start having them not build, so that I can get some of these things done the way I want them to be done. Right from the site. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the reason why we're making this city the way we are. And I kind of have lost track of the fact that I was going to put in all the places, all of these as level 5s, so I could actually get the people to work faster on these buildings. And so we started out just doing this level 1, but I think I'm going to have to, of the buildings, go ahead and do the levels that I need, because I'm trying to get to Trade Post. I'm trying to get to this place, and this is something that people talk about with Minecolonies. It's meant to be a game that you can enjoy for a while, that you can enjoy, and that's fun to do, and it is. And so I like starting from the beginning. I like starting and having the first builder work up, and having more than one builder, which is why we're looking at this, and doing it this way. I'm leaning towards the other style, the alt style, level 5. It has a larger crane, and the crane is facing the right way if the building faces towards the street this way. It has the bigger crane in this section right here. Let me look at this part of the building here and see. There is something that's supposed to be here, and I'll tell you what it is in a moment. It is the stonemason, it looks like, is supposed to be attached there, and something else is supposed to be here. Why did I not see what this is supposed to be? For this mine. This is the level 5. And what am I missing? I'm missing something that's supposed to be here. What would fit there? I don't know. Let me look at the mine for a second. Let's hex. Let's come to Anyanka, to Old English. 500 cigarettes. Let's see what this is. So let's go to the crafts. Let's go to, nope, it's in fundamentals. The mine complex. So there is a stonemason, a residence, a guard tower, and the smeltery. Level 6. This is a piece attached on to this in some kind of way. And just a second, because I might not be able to put anything where I thought I was going to put it. If the smeltery is supposed to go in this area, so let me see what I'm looking at. So this is supposed to be a part of this building. Is this the long piece that goes right there? It sure is. It fits right into this spot. Yes, it is. Now this is a mistake on my part. This is actually a mistake right here. Because the smeltery is right on the town hall, and I would want the smeltery to be behind or beside. So I'm going to have to rearrange this building so that the smeltery is not there. So the entrance for this building is right here, which means that this is supposed to be sort of a hallway between the two. And this is stairs. Nope. This is a hallway between the two of these buildings, it looks like. Let's bring this down and see if it was sitting here. Yeah, it's definitely supposed to be here, like in this spot. But I can't have it be there like that because the town hall's right here. And this is a smeltery. So we need this ore smeltery to be behind or beside this. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing that you need to save this one in the Minecolonies community. 500 colonists. Do you think you're too hopeful that Ayer already updated the mod before I downloaded it so it included your skins? Would be funny. I'm hoping so. And I hope so. So we'll see. Yeah. You think 20? Yeah, it should be. I mean, it's a part of the pack now. So when Ayer updates, the update will show in CurseForge, and then I'll be able to update. Right now, I've got to do something about this. X. And let me take off the goggles for a second here. And we have this facing this way. We're going to pick this up. And this is where it's supposed to be. You can see those markers. So we're just going to put it down again within those markers. But we're going to change. The markers might not work because we're going to make it in a different direction. Uh-oh, we've got rain. Hold on for a second. What do you need, sweetie?
I can't work like that.
I know. And you're not going to work at all in a minute. So see how far down she is food-wise? So we're going to actually have to get foods from the supply camp for her. So let's go down since she can't work anyway. Let's come into Anyanka Supplies. That's coal and torches, wool, building, armory, colony huts, seedlings, and saplings, and I don't see any made food. Hold on a second. Ah, apples. Okay. So the people are going to live off of apples. Yeah. So we will actually have to provide something. That's curious. Yeah, so she only provided apples for the people to live off of for the time period. They actually do need a little bit more food than that. And they're not ready to use the stone tools yet. I don't think she can use the stone tool, but what I can do is give her these and see. Let me look at something and I can see if she can. I'm going to go to my Akasha records and look at Minecolonies skill set for a second and see at level 0 they have to use wood, so she has to use wood or gold, and then when she's a level 1 she'll be able to use the stone tools. So based off of that, I'm going to sneeze. I almost didn't make it. So let's put the tools back because she can't use them until she's a level 1, and she's not a level 1 yet. And this is the mine that we're going to work on. So while it was raining, we were just going to look at food, and there isn't any. So I am going to take food from my resources and we'll give them. Now normally a hut block has, normally a supply camp has chicken, has 16 chicken, 16 steak, potatoes, so we're going to follow that rule, and bread. Yes. Okay. So this is what happened here, Mr. Villager. It was, let's get a refrigerator started down here. We'll use one of these as a fridge. This is food already in here, so we'll say this is the refrigerator one. And now let's take the food and divide it into 4s. So we have 4 people. So there's one. And so for the first set, we'll serve chicken, and we'll serve beef and potatoes. Later we'll serve chicken and bread for the first meals that they're going to have. And let's come out here in the rain and let's do that. Let me come here for a second and put down the record for a moment. And it's interesting. You don't realize how much, there's so much involved in the beginning.
I'm waiting for something.
I know you were. Inventory. So let's do this. Let's give her one of these and one of these so she can feed herself. And she has the tool. She needs something
Where's the courier?
else. What is she?
Where's the
Courier?
courier?
There are no couriers, child. This is a brand new place. You don't have any couriers yet. What are you waiting for? Now, if she's ready for these pieces, let's go get some of this stuff from these. So we can get, there she goes, so she's eating. We'll find the others because that means they're hungry as well. And we'll feed everybody. The first four is who we're looking for. Those are, and sure enough, see that right there? That's them needing food. They're out of food. So let's...
What is it?
Whoops. Let's come here and let's...
What is it?
Click. Yes. Sure enough. Let's go back and let's come to inventory. This is Cash. And so Cash is going to get one of these and one of these. And who is the other person? Am I going to have to find the names? I need Carter and I need... There's Maisie. And this is Carter over here.
What can I do for you?
Carter, hi. I'll give Carter food so he can be fed. There's Maisie. And where's the other woman? Hold on. She might have gone to bed. Yep, she did. She went to bed. It's Madeline. And can I give her
we're not
food?
bored for today.
Yes, I can. So we'll give her food. So this will last them for a little bit of time. And we'll have to keep track of that. It is raining, so we absolutely want to go to sleep because they do not work in the rain at this level. And we would like her to start working. I am so slow in starting this up. Go to the colony next door. Yeah, exactly. Every time I'm down here, I think, that door, but that door doesn't go anywhere here. So I'm going to come out. All right, so we have a problem, Houston. And that is we need to reset this. But should I reset the mine before I do the builder? I desperately need these builders to start. And even though the others are not necessarily good builders, once we have, she's building this one, and she's going to build it. And so how do I want to do this? Do I actually want, this is within the build, so she's going to have to remove it. I should have had it on the outside, so why don't we do this on the outside for a second. Take that away. So she doesn't have to take that part of the build, that part away right there. She's already taken the other ones away. Let's put this one here. And that way she doesn't have to take them away. This gives me at least some idea of how big that location is, and that's fine. And then these are the ones for the town hall. These are the entrances for the town hall areas. Okay. And I am so slow. It seems like I am having a real problem planning. But it's because I just like playing. I like playing, and even though I'm going to get to the place where there are level 5s, I don't, and I can put in the trade post part, I can't do that right away. Isn't that sad? I can't do it just yet. If I wanted to do one of them, I could do this, but I still can't do it. Now the trade post pieces would have to come in as a level 5 too. And I guess I didn't think about that. I guess I'm having too much fun making the place first and getting some things set up. Now there is in the university, if I'm not mistaken, some research regarding trade post as well. So when we get to the university and start, so let's stop talking. Let's do something. let's redo the mine for a second. And then I'm going to get the build. How did I make that mistake? That's a very curious mistake. So let's go to fundamentals, mining complex, and let's X, and let's come down here, fundamentals, mining complex, and let's do the mine right here. Why did I not see that level 1? Let's do level 5. I was sure I did. Let's come here and look. I know the stonemason is there. And this has to be facing this way so that the smeltery is back there. Ah, but the mine, that means that the mine entrance, hold on, that the mine entrance is right here. And that's why I did it. Because I was trying to get the mine entrance to be closer to the mountain. So if I want to do this, it would have to be like this. This is the end of the area right here. And let me look right quick and see. That still puts it facing the mountain, which is good, but it puts this facing this way. If we turn it completely so that the mine entrance is here, not facing the mountain, it goes down underground right here, that puts the smeltery back here, and this is really the way I would like it to be. So if this is the way I want it, this is how we're going to have to set it in. And mine will come down in this area. So right here is this cave, and it goes down into this hole, which is a ravine, which is an underground ravine. Oh, cool. Okay, but it's not something that we have to worry about. It's a very shallow ravine, and we can fill that in. And this one here, is this at the other end of the ravine? It looks like it is. Yeah, it looks like the ravines that appear in fields. Only this one, see where it is? You can see that it goes along that shape. Okay, we don't have to worry about that. So now let's bring this over to here. So it's supposed to be sitting so that the doorway for this, hold on, is right here. So let's bring this down. Let's bring this down into the ground for a second. Let's put this here. So if this is the way in is over here. Now we're going to have a road here. Right here where this is. So let's move this back so that it's off the road. And that puts it right here. This is why we didn't put in the warehouse yet, because the mine was in the wrong place. It is right on the line. No, it's one over the line. So we have to bring it here or they won't build it. And so the mine is going to sit here, and the mine stairs go down. Let's take this out of our hand for a minute. The mine piece goes down right here. Okay. So this building is going to be facing this way, and this puts the smeltery back here. Because it's part of this building. And there we go. So that takes care of that. Now the problem is, of course, this is on 68. So this is where how high it should be. And this looks like it's on 67. Let's see if it's on 68. It is on 67, so this needs to come up one. And it'll be sitting here. And there it is. Okay, so let's do assign a builder. And now we have a new location for this. And of course, look what I just did. I did that without changing the markers for the building. Let's put another, let's see if the Byzantine will make this building show up. Nope, not there. Nope, not there. Nope, right here. Biz, BYZ. I know, it was very silly. And let's do this, let's do residence, let's do this piece here. Let's do this piece here, and let's see where it is. It's right there. Let's bring it down. Get ready. It's going to hopefully pop up a building. There it is. All right, and this is what I need. So now we're going to put in, let's get the desk site. We're going to put in, whoops, building went away. Hold on, I have to have this in my hand so I can see when I do that, it's going to go away. Let's see if it's in the right place. It is. Okay. Let's come to here. Do the same thing here. Right there. Right there. And let's look at the building now. That's in the right place. Okay. Just those two especially, because then we have to put in a road. And so these aren't here anymore. This is the old building pieces right here. And these aren't here. This is the university way over here. So we still have plenty of room here. So now that we have to put a road down this way, that leads to this area right here where they can walk through. And there's the doorway right there. And then a road, they'll probably, this is a road. See this right here? This is a road right here. I'm looking at that. That is coming a little bit too far over. So this road is going to turn a little bit right here. Going to have to for where this is. Because we're going to need a road that comes around this part right here. For a marketplace. Oh, cool. Nice. All right. So do I want to move this? Which is more important? No, it's in between these two, and one of them is bigger than the other. We'll have the road do a little turn right here. We'll just have the road do a little turn right here. And have these be right here where they should be. And let's take right here. Let me see if that's in the right place. It is. Yay. Okay, so then we can put the warehouse right here. And the warehouse has a guard in it, and that will expand. All of these have guard towers in them, so this will expand those areas so that we can put the stuff in these sections right here. Now I need a builder. So let's X this, and let's go down here and come in and go to sleep for a second. Okay, look at this time. Wow. All right, so we're going back up these stairs. This ladder, why am I calling that a stair? I can put an elevator in eventually into that section, but we'll see what it is when the town hall is actually built. So she's still working on this. And she needs lots and lots of shovels. And let's look at inventory. And she's collecting a lot of dirt. We're going to take these 2 dirts away. Take these pieces away. And because we don't have a warehouse yet, we're going to put them in the supply camp. Now, the one thing that this says is that this is for personal use down here, and so the basement will never be overwritten. So this is good. Let's put the seeds in here. Let's put the dirt. I think there's gravel here, so we'll put the dirt here. Let's take a couple of these out now for her to use, and we'll make some tools for her. Actually, I'm not going to make them. I'm going to get them from my supplies, but I'm going to give her her first cobble to put here. And look how much she needs. She needs 224. So we're only giving her, let's go to inventory. There we are. We're giving her this to start with. And we need to give her, let's shovel. Let's give her 3 of these. I don't think she needs anything else but shovel right now. She might need a new farmer's tool, so we'll do that also. So let's put these here, and then let's put a farm tool there as well. Let's put 2 of them just in case, and we'll put them in right here. So she can reach those, and she'll continue to work on these parts, and that will get those things done. So slowly but surely she'll get her stuff, and as these tools get used up,
I can't work like that.
we can take them away. And I think she's going to use them until they disappear. I hope so. So we'll see in a little bit. So now she's thinking, and we have this section now set up. The mine is set up here now, and that is the mine right there. And we still need the builder to be right here. We need another builder, so we'll have a builder there, a builder here, a builder over here, and a builder. You might need a fourth builder in this area right here, out of this doorway here. So there would be practically a builder in each of these places. Okay, back again because you don't have any idea what to do. It takes a moment. Give yourself a little bit of time. It takes some time to figure out what. And this is new, so that'll be something to figure out how that's going to work. So remember, this is a road here. And for the first time, you might actually need to look at some roads right off the bat. So we have a couple different road systems. Let's look at the straight here. So these are roads with subways with drainage underneath. These are Roman roads, and I'm going to have to X this and go out of this area so that I don't keep... There she goes. So it's going to take her a while. She's got a good ways to go. Building it first. I could have built the first one for her, couldn't I have? I might do that for the next ones. So let's come here and look at infrastructure. And we were looking just at a straight. So they have sewers in this road. And then this is the roadway. And this is a Byzantine road. Let's switch. Let's go to Frontier. Frontier roads all have subways underneath. This is a long road section right here. And let's see if it's raised up enough so that I can see. Oops. Oh, so this one doesn't have. This one doesn't have a subway underneath? Oh, yes, it does. No, it doesn't. So this is a road in Frontier, one of Frontier's roads. And that's another style that Trade Post reminds you of. And so, let's see. Are those lights street lights? That's interesting. That's an interesting version of street lights. Let's look at Caledonia. Caledonia, C-A-L-E. And look at their streets. Infrastructure and avenues. And let's look at a long street. And that's it right there. It's like, wait a minute, doesn't it get more fancy? But it doesn't. That's an avenue in Caledonia. All right, so let's switch. Let's look at original. Original, we're looking at roads. And roads. Fancy roads. I remember these. And this is a fancy intersection, corner, path. So there is the road. The fancy one. A nice one. Looks like that. And a simple one. Looks like that. So there's the early road. So you could put this road piece down early and then have it be you think this one is quite good? Are you talking about road? This is This is original roads. Let's look at Incan for a minute. Let me look at the roads in Incan for a second. Now, they have a brick road, and the brick long piece looks like that. And then they have cobble road, and the cobble long looks like that. And then they have fancy, and the fancy long looks like this, with the gutters on the outside of it. This is Incan. Let's look at, who else should I look at? Littleton I don't think has. Oh, yes they do. I should have known. This is Thaler, and I see corners. There's a straight. There's a straight. So this is his road. And Wick Road, fancy roads. Let's look at the straight and the fancy road. Looks like this. That's an interesting road, don't you think? It's just big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. That's huge. That's just way too big. We just need this part, the 5 part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what we would actually need. It's basically frontiers, but lower graphics. Originals. I don't like any of this so far. Let's look at Steampunk's roads for a minute. And they don't have any. So let's switch back. We can look at ancient Athens roads. They have rural roads, which look like this. Level 3 looks like that. So that's a rural road piece right there. And then they have fancy roads. Let's come back to here. Come back to here. They have urban roads. Let's see what the urban road looks like. Just a straight piece. And they're the ones that look like this. Okay, so this part is the road. This is kind of like a sidewalk with a gutter. And I'm not finding anything that I like. Switch. Now, interestingly enough, Dark Dust actually had some curious roads. The long road looked like this. And I actually kind of liked the idea of this road. But it still doesn't do that thing where there's like a place for people to walk. This is like, maybe I need to look at medieval roads. Maybe I need to look at some actual roads to see. I think I might have to. I'm doing anything but put down this builder, aren't I? I really am doing anything but put down this builder. Okay, so this is the new place where the mine is. So that isn't there anymore, and this isn't here anymore. This is the new outcropping for the mine. That one there, this one here, this here, and that. And that's the road piece right there. The road is on that side. And this is the town hall piece right here. And let's just go ahead and put down a builder here. So the builder we're going to put here is any place to have anybody? Not yet. I have to wait until the builder moves into their place before I can put another builder in. Interesting. Is this 68? This is 67. It scares me that she's down that far. That looks like she's not going to be at 68, which she's supposed to be. Let's look at this. Let's switch to Old English or Byzantine by its name for a second. Select, and let's go to here. You'd think I'd never done this before. Just how many times I'm having to look at these. But this is always the beginning, and in the beginning there's always this. There we go. Okay, why is the house here? No, that's where it's supposed to be, right there. Coming down, but it's coming down to 67. All right, Houston, we have a problem. This is coming down too low. So let's make this go away. X. What is wrong with me? This is so interesting. It really is. So let's take a piece of dacite. Nope. I need it to be right under there. Bring it up to there. Take this away. And everything's going to fall out. So I collected it in my backpack and bring this up to here. And then let's put this back. Let's go to Old English. I was looking at where she was setting that builder. The builder complex. The builder complex level 5. So let's come out and let's turn it around so that it fits into the spot, which I think means that it's sitting here like this. So let's put it back in the spot where it's supposed to be, right here, except this time the land comes to here. So this part is 68 right here, and this is where it should be. Nope, that's 69. It's supposed to be here, down to here. So that's 69. Let's look for the other piece over here. So this isn't in the same, this isn't facing the same way. So let's turn this and let's see which way we have it. We must have had it so that it was coming out. Oh, of course we did. So that the sawmill would be on the side. We absolutely did. So the only thing I can think is that when I was setting this, I somehow got involved with putting the sawmill in the right place and accidentally moved the building down too far. And that puts it right here. But I'm looking at the location Oh, and it needs to be 1 block this way, so that the building is within this, and there it is. Okay, and now let's do build the building, assign a builder, and there it is in the right place. So we were right that we needed this to be up 1. She can still reach this. And so now let me take these things for a second so I can get her stuff and put it back in. We're going to get it from the backpack. Let's go to the backpack and let's get the dirt. I'll hold on to. No, let me leave her some dirt because now she's going to fill in. So we'll leave her some dirt. I gave her those. These are her tools, so she can have those. Where'd she get the spruce sign from? I don't know. And all the other pieces, maybe I got it from somewhere. She doesn't need it right now. Look at all this stuff that she's gotten. Look at all this fruit and vegetables that she's gotten. Some quicksand. Interesting. The calcite is mine, so we'll put it up here. How fascinating. She found quicksand somewhere? That is most curious. All right, so let's put this in the inventory. And there we go. And this calcite goes back into my library. Just a little less hilly. It reminds you of a bit? Yeah. We have a new name, but I'm not sure. I wanted to call it Kendake, but I don't know whether I'm sold on the name yet. So we'll see. All right, so if this is here, this should be at 68. This is at 69. And I'll check and see that for a second and see why that's at 69. So let me bring this back down. Leave these things. I don't need that right now. I might need this. And let's go to the backpack and let's take all the vegetables and stuff that we found here. Where are we getting eggs from? Do we have chickens? I didn't see any chickens. Where'd you get that stuff from? Hold on a minute. So we'll take these and put them down here to get them out of the way. So we'll put them in the refrigerator where there was already some stuff. We'll put those pieces there. Quicksand. What do we need quicksand for? Fascinating. And maybe I had it on me from being in the desert, because I actually found quicksand and by accident. And which was really surprising, that in the biomes there is quicksand. And coal and torches and colony huts. Why don't we put it here with this? So there's a mine. There's a forester. This is the other one that we need, that we should start on. The mine we've already done. So we will put this back into the library. And the forester is the other one that we need. These are the things that are needed right away. And I've started sort of with the town pieces first. I've started with the university, because we need that. We do have a mine. We know where the warehouse is going to go over here. Look, the medieval song mod from the pack due to copyright. I can't use, there are some things that I can't use, and there are some things that I'm using. I was using Dronehand's music because I liked his music, and now I'm using Vincentius Primus's music because I like the music. If for Minecolonies team has Sam did some music, and so there is music for that Minecolonies has that's a part of that you can get, and I think that is something that can be used. But other music I can't. Other music, unless it says it's royalty free, I can't use it. Period. And so that is the main thing. And more importantly than that, I really wanted to use Dronehand's music and Vincentius Primus's music as parts of the thing that we're doing. Right back like the middle of Prosino settling. Yeah, except that Prosino started with wagon trains because we came across the country. These people actually arrived in a small boat, which is over here. They came across this at this area right here where it was easy for them to just jump across. There wasn't a lot of swimming that needed doing, and the river runs along here and goes out to the sea. And on this side of the hill, we should be able to see where the boat is. So they made a good long trek along these mountains in order to get from this location right here. And here we are. They arrived on this boat right here, along with some villagers who arrived on this boat as well. And are up here. Now, there was something I was going to ask you, and that is, does there need to be a bell in order for this to be a real village? Do you have to have a well, and do you have to have a bell in order for the villagers to acknowledge it as a village? Hi, you. This is a fisherman, and we do have water here, so that's probably how they're feeding themselves. And I don't know that I have anyone else left anymore. Yeah, I don't see. They might have gone down into the holes, but we did put ways up from those holes. And so now there's some people up in the hills. I see. And we probably could put in a loom because we do have sheep. So if we put a loom in one of the workshops here, we would definitely get them to be shepherds. So let's look here. This looks like there should be a cleric in here, doesn't it? Let's do a brewing stand here. So we can have, and that gives us a cleric. What was that just then? Did you see what I just saw? B-R-E-W. So this is what you were talking about. There it is, the cold brew. Yeah. His food is somewhat acceptable for your citizens. So that is an acknowledgement that it they can use they can use it, and that is pretty cool. That makes me actually want to put the brew in. It would just be a level 5, and that's what concerns. It shouldn't concern me. I just have to go to a flatland and fix it. But yes, so this is where they came from, and they traveled around Cherry Hill, the Cherry Hills here. Oh, so now we have that. Wait, before I leave, let's do a shepherd. This is one of yours. This is a shepherd. This is the one that was already here. And let's come in here. And yeah, in here, we need to put, they have an anvil in here. So this seems like part of the mining stuff going on in that one. And over here, this is just beds in here. So I have mining here. Let me look at this. This is the one where I put the brewer, isn't it? But I'm wondering if I should put, wait, where's the entrance? There is no entrance. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh yeah, this is the one where I put the brew stand. I'm not going to put it here. We're going to put the stonemason. Was that what that was? Is it a stonemason that we need for this part? Let's put the brew down here, because this looks like a cage to change zombie villagers. That's what that looks like. So we'll put the brew stand here. And let's look and see where we want to hang a light. Can we hang a light in here? Yes, we can hang it there, in that doorway. Is there a bed in here? There isn't. This is just a little place for them to work. And then they have sort of these dorm areas. And in here, we have this. We could put something here. Let's take this one over here again, right here where we're at. And is that big enough for a brew stand and stuff? Probably. Whoa! Look at the amount of wool. So the fact that there's so much wool here in this one, maybe that we should put looms in here, but it's big enough for looms. It's really only big enough for a cartographer to be right here. C-A-R-T. This only looks big enough for a cartographer to be here. Like that. I think I'd rather have the cartographer be there. So let's put that away. And over here where all this wool was, and this chest here, nope, this has different things in it. So we have enchanted books, we have all sorts of stuff in this area, and over here, this is where we had all the wool, and we have more enchanted books. So we could have 2 people be here if we took this away right here and took and put 2 beds there and have a brew stand to be in here along with that piece. I don't know. I don't want to do that. Officially accepted as a home. So now tell me the thing. Do they need a bell in order for the home to actually work? Let's take this out of here and let's put right over here, let's put a loom in here. Because the sheep are on this hill. So we can put the loom right here for them, and let's put a second loom right here. So we have 2. So that'll make shepherds from that set. And I think as much as I'd like to have a brewer, I don't have any place to put them right now. So I'll just have to leave it like that. If you do an agreement and swear us a thing, what thing would you like me to swear to? You will officially accept it. If you assist us with better infrastructure, we will accept the site. Better infrastructure, yeah, that's what we talked about, that at some point we will put in some better housing. That these tents, the Bohemian tents, I actually like them a lot. And I'm not going to have them go away, but I will add some solid housing in this area to where they are. We're going to let all of that go. Let's go back to the city. And I absolutely agree to do that. It's fun. And Thaler in Pagoda has gorgeous little villager houses that I can just put in there. And they'll be just perfect. And so we're headed back to our town, which is on the other side of this hill. Better housing and paths, specialized industry, this kind of stuff, and logistics and network with the city. Yeah. Yeah. That would be excellent. So here we are right here. Remember, the whole thing is to be able to, I want to see if we can trade with them. And that's the primary thing that we're going to work towards. I forgot something. Remember what I forgot here? So I made it go away. So now I have to reassign her. And so Maisie is the one who has the most experience. And so she is the builder. And now we have to have her start building this again. The builder is Maisie, build the building. And she's going to start building this. Okay. And when that is done, we can have her, she's going to be able to move in here. When that's done, she'll be able to move in. And when she moves in, we'll actually be able to have one more person move into here. Now, is Maisie the one who was with Carter? I think she is. The one who is spending, let me see if that was a permanent arrangement or whether they were just enjoying being together, but he's with, no. Carter and Maisie are a couple. They chose the double bed in the tavern, and they are in fact a couple. So a level 2 of this house. Let's come here for a second. Let's go out here to some place where I don't have anything. And a better dock. Yeah, we can do all of that. And let's come to here. I wish you were in here. I would let you do it if you were actually in here. I would absolutely let you do it. And so with that area, when it's time to set up better roads and better dock and all that kind of stuff, you will tell me what you want to be there. Let's come over here. Let's go to Old English. Let's go to the fundamentals. Let's go to the builder complex. Let's X. Let's come down again. Builder complex. Builder shop. Level 2. I want to see if this is level 2 of that building, and I want to see what the beds look like in here. So there's the shop, which is really cool. And then we come through here, and she's got a little storage. Look at this, under the stair storage. I like that. So this is shop right here. And then upstairs here, in this area, this is the house. And this is going up to a loft area here. And where are the beds in here? So I'm gonna have to build the house in here. This is level 1. And let's look at the builder piece, the house piece in this build. So let's go back. So the residence, there's the level 1, the level 2. So there isn't a bed until level 2 and level 3, 4, 5, and there it is, upstairs, and level 6. That's a triple bed upstairs, and so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to make this building. I'm not going to let her build it. It takes too long to build. So let's come to, is there at level 2? Let's look at the level 2. There's only 1. There's 2 beds in this one, and this is what they look like. I didn't look at this. I didn't look at this part. I was so happy that there was actually something that I didn't even look at that aspect of it. So what that means is that I'm going to build this, except that I can't because this is level 5. This is what we were talking about, and this is how we get in trouble. That's level 5 housing. So level 2 we can do, and there isn't going to be any place for them to live until the level 2. Level 1 just has that piece, and level 2 is the first place. So they're still going to be in the tavern for a while, and I'm not going to have any housing for a bit, because that's going to automatically make a level 2 house there. So let's hex for a second. Let's look at the town hall. Let's stay right in this part here and look at the town hall and see where the town hall piece is. Town hall. So the town hall house, there's a house in this, and let's look at the housing piece for the town hall. So let's go back. So see where it says, well, I thought there was a residence. Oh, there's not. I thought there was. What's the difference between this builder and the other builder? Level 5. Level 1. This is a different builder. Where does this builder fit into the town hall? Let's see if we can find this piece in the town hall. Ready? Because that might be the builder we should be building first. Let's come here. It looks like it's separate, but it should fit somewhere. So town hall, level 1. And let's see if we can find this builder. There's a place to live. And there's 2. But they can't actually stay in these places. They can't be assigned. See right here? See this? Here's the mayor's office, and this is the town hall. Okay. And these parts right here are here. I'm looking at all this. Hold on for a second. Let's pull this out to level 2 and see what I'm looking at. So this looks like it's the dining hall. No, this is a library. So there's a library. This is the dining hall right here. And all of this is a part of the dining hall right there. And then, so where in the world is this builder? It's supposed to be part of this. Let's do the level 5 again and see if I see some place where there isn't anything, where this builder would possibly be. Isn't this curious? So over here, what's this? That is the dining hall. And above it is guard tower in there. And right here, what's this? There's something supposed to be there. Or is that all part of the dining hall? See this part here? This is the mayor's office. That is there. And all of this is here. I don't see where this builder is supposed to go. So here's this building, the way it looks, and now let's look at the builder that's attached. So we can see that guard tower, tavern, library, and dining hall are all fit in, and then it has this. So in the beginning, it's the level 1 looks like this, 2, and then it changes. Wow, I can't figure out where this fits. can't figure out where that fits. Let's come down here and let's look at something for a minute. Maybe we can figure out from here. Let's come inside. It's still daytime, so no one's going to work. Let's come to here and look. And there's Discord. And that's page 2. And page 1. Auto leveling. No end blocks, but lots of Blackstone. Supply camp is part of the town hall with all resources for the level. And each complex has its own folder with signs for alignment. Let's see if I can find in here an alignment for this is spaces for future expansion. Let's come up and let's see if we can find where the builder was supposed to be. So the front of the town hall is there. Outside, I don't see a sign. There it is. There it is. Dun, 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 dun. I knew that she had to have something. Place the builder with the town hall builder folder. Place the builder right here. So let's get a builder for a second. Actually, let's just do this like this. Let's come to here. We have the builder. Let's X. Let's do this again. Let's go to the town hall builder. And let me see where, now we've got the whole builder complex interfering. We have to find the place that actually exists. Let's X for a second. Come over here. This is where the builder is supposed to be. And let's just stand here. Right here where the sign is. And let's come to here. And let's do the fundamental, the town hall, the builder, level 1. And I can't seem to move it. X. Let's do that again. The town hall, the builder, level 1. And where's the building? There it is. Now that seems like it did it that time. It put it in the right place. So that puts the builder right there, it looks like. Wonky. So there's a building here. I can't find where to put it. Let's take the goggles off. I don't have them on. What? No. I would probably have to unset pick up the hut block for the town hall. Oh, there. Look, it's gone. It went away. It went away. So see where it's supposed to be? So can I, when I come back, it's going to come back. Let's drop it down. And that's putting it right here. Ooh. That seems to be matching something. putting the builder right in that spot right there. And this is the old building right here. So let me look. Let me take this away for a minute. And there it is, sitting right there like that. Now, is it in the right place? It is. This is where it's supposed to be. This is excellent. I missed this. I missed it. That this is where the builder is attached on right away. And this is a much easier builder to build. So, we're going to come here and we're going to, this is the builder, and we're going to come here and assign the builder. So now we have a build, yes, excellent. It is absolutely in the right place. And we're going to have Macy build this. Because remember all that stone that we moved over there? Anyanka actually has it set up so that you can build all of the buildings that are a part of the town hall from the materials that she put in the basement of the supply camp. So we can go back, and since there isn't a bed, to my disappointment, since there isn't a bed in this, I was building this first because there was a bed in here, which is fine, but at this particular point, we don't need her to work on this when it's easier to work on the other one. And we'll take these tools here that she has out of here, and we'll come over to here, and the stone that she had on her, did she start laying it already? She might have started using it. Not yet. She didn't start yet. Good. So we're going to put all that stuff in here. We're just going to put her stuff right back in here. And we did give her stone, so she must have it on her. And now that she is here, build options. Builder is, I didn't assign her yet. Hold on. We don't have a builder yet. So Maisie is going to move to here. This is going to be much easier for her anyway. It's closer. And then build options, builder is Maisie, and build the building. I'm so glad that I saw that. I'm so glad that I noticed that. That was an oversight. I've had a couple things that I've had to redo because I didn't see. Now that's fascinating. Isn't that interesting? So that's a builder in the town hall. And the town hall's still here. So now when I look at the entire structure, which is not going to show me unless but it will show me if I put on the these, it'll show me her building this part right here. And notice it doesn't take that much stone, which is good. And so we can come down here and get the wood that she needs and all of that from here. And I gave her some stone, and I can just get it back, but we have stone here. You notice there were stone stairs, so we are going to have to make some stair pieces for her. We'll find out how many when the time comes. And this is going to be much faster since she doesn't have to do a lot of digging and stuff to get this part done. And this piece here is whatever builder we put here can work on it. Why don't we? I don't have any room. I don't have anyone, so I'd have to do what I do with the others and make the person who's here have another builder continue building here. So why don't we have, let's take off the glasses for a minute, because I need more than one builder anyway. So let's look at this builder and see who I want to put here. Manage workers. We could go ahead and have Carter be a builder. I'm concerned about having them because of their skill sets. I would rather pick someone who actually is skilled to be able to do it. Let's look at the Akasha records for a second. Put this down. Let's come to here. So we have Maisie, and she's already she had the numbers for being a builder. A high creativity. Agility and adaptability, and we don't really have any numbers for that. We would need agility. There's an agility 6. Madeline has an adaptability 2. So that would be closer to being a courier. A miner. Let's look for a miner for a second. Is strength and stamina. And let's look for a minute. And you think it's better if I just use the go-to houses Baylor gave us? All your thinking capacity has gone through the drain. Well, and there's a lot of stuff going on for you right now. And it's difficult to go from one project to another in the way that you're trying to do. You've been focusing on skins, and you still have the skin project that you're working on. And then you're helping with the art for Trade Post. And so that's going to be stuff that still has to do with the kind of art for the drinks, which I think are really nice and look really good. And so those are the things that you've been working on. And so, yeah, we'll just use the stuff that we have, absolutely. So the closest one who can do it other than Madeline would be Cash, because he is 1 and 1, so he's at least equal. Other than not Madeline, it's not Madeline who's doing it. It's Maisie is her name, I think. So we have Madeline and Maisie. Let's look at the list. The list, Kenya, the list. Yes, it's Maisie. So we can have Cash do it because it's not going to impact his skills that much. He has dexterity, has knowledge, some creativity. Those things they might be affected by the fact that he's going to be a builder. But we do need a second builder, and we can't use someone who's upside down like Carter and Madeline. They're both upside down, so we'll save them for something else. But Cash is not. And now, let's come here. Let's put this down. And we're going to have to give Cash the things that we took out of here. So let's go to tools, because I need somebody to do the forester and to do these other things. So let's go to tools for a second. Wood. Plank. Nope. Wooden. There we go. It's like, what am I looking for? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll do 2 2 more of those, 3 more of those, just in the beginning, just to get him started. So let's come here and go 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that will help.
Right away, mate.
And now he's ready for plank. Yay! So we're going to go over here and we're going to get some plank. And what is she ready for?
What can I do for you?
And Macy, are you done eating? You ate everything already? Wow, you've been working really hard, haven't you? So let's go to the food that I have. Let's come to here. Go to here. What did I do with that food? Did I put it in the... I put it in the downstairs area, I did. So let me see what's on this list. She hasn't started yet because she's hungry. So let's come down and let's get her food. And while we're down here, we can get him some spruce. So here... to our chicken. Oh, there it is. Okay. Steak is next. Steak and potatoes is the next part of the food that we need. And we can take, I think there are plank. There isn't plank done. Let's look. All right. So this is where we're at. So let's take the spruce, and we'll have to do it, but I'm going to use their materials, the materials that they have, that they brought with them, and we'll use that. Why? Because I like doing this. That's why. So let's come here. 1, 2. And 1, 2, put this here, and let's give her this so that she has some food. And there she is. Oh, and I think some of that food, let me come to here for a second. I might have put back food that was for her. And let's come over here and see what he's saying.
Yes?
And you need spruce.
Mate, that was a mean feed, a proper feed right there. Cheers to that.
Okay, so let's come to mine and the backpack where we do have crafting table, and we're just going to go ahead and get all of this. Make all of this into spruce plank, and we'll give him a portion of it right now. Let's see how much he actually needs of the spruce plank. He only needed 38. So we're going to give him right now this, nope, inventory, thank you. We'll give him 64, and he's good to go. And what's she doing? It looks like she's taking down a portion of the house to put in that. So we're going to have to give her another axe. And let's look at the inventory again. And yep, we're going to have to give her at least one more axe. So wooden. 1, 2, 3. Let's give her 3 and put them right here. And I gave her, did I give her this? No, she's taking that from somewhere. And when she does need wood, she needs dark oak and oak planks and spruce planks. And we have spruce planks, so we can start with and give her the spruce planks that we have. And we'll get the other oak done. And she's taking time to get these pieces put in. She's taking away a portion of the roof so that she can build the building that she's building. And she's good to go. That's also going to give her those. She's going to get those pieces. So now we have 2 builders.
What can I do for you?
You need some oak plank. So let's go to get the oak. Here. We'll come here, and this is oak, and so we'll do the same thing. Now we can either use that or we can use this and do the same thing. And that will give us a portion of oak that we need. We'll come around and see how much oak he actually needs for the build. And oak plank, he only needs 4, but he needs 45 stairs. And spruce log, he actually needs 68. So we'll start to look at some of these things. So he only needs 4 oak plank. So we can give him inventory, give him this 64. And then he needs stairs. So let's come here. Whatever they don't use, we'll do something with, but let's start here and we'll do 40 stairs. Whatever he doesn't use, she'll use, and so we're fine as far as that goes. We'll put this up here, and we'll give him the stair part that he needs, and we'll put it in here, and then we'll see what else he asks for next, and we'll see what she asks for. Let's come. I just want to check again and see. So we don't have any room, so we can't get any people. And there she is. So when he's done, who's ever done first, or we're going to, we need someone to work on some place that actually has a house. And I think we can go ahead and put in the house piece in this one, even though they can't live in it. That was unexpected. So that means that we are going to have to start thinking about some housing. Let me look at the others. So the farm, and that was an unexpected thing that I didn't think of. But at least the house is separated from the other build. So that really makes it that you can have a level 5 farmhouse and have a level 1 house inside, which is good. Let's look at the farm complex for a second. The animal complex is the one that we have so far. And this is the residence for it. And this is actually the complex right here. And let's look at where the beds begin to be. So this is a level 1 of this. And upstairs, there is a bed at level 1 of this. So this is good. And this will be the next thing that will be done, and we have this set already. So let's X that. That is this building right here. We have the land right here that we're looking at to go in this direction. The farm we were talking about is supposed to go beyond, go out here. And if it does, if the farms go out in that direction and behind, right in this area here, the tree farm and those places. Let me look at a forester for a minute. So forester is here, the forestry, and there it is. So there's a residence in the forestry, and let's see what this building looks like. Because this is one that's supposed to be in this area. The warehouse is here, but right here, right next to this, is supposed to be the forestry. And so let's look. Forestry, level 1, and where is it? X. Let's do that again. Forester level 1. Why am I not seeing anything? What keeps happening here? Level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go back. Forester, level 1. Do I see something up in the air? Is there actually not one? Seriously? Oh! It's like, where is it? Okay, so here's the level 1. And the level 5 looks like this. And it is the house. And we can see that there's a housing piece here. And if we look at the housing piece just for a second, let's come to, let's go back one and look at the residence and look at the level 6. We can see that the beds are upstairs in 2 sets and 1 downstairs, and that's fine. This works for me. So we can have a level 1 bed at level 2. So it's going to be a level 2. So we're not going to, we do need this building, the forester. So let's put it in, because this is our trees, trying to do our trees. So we have nothing here. There's the builder, and right next to it, right here. So let's move this over. And move this down. And let's see how we want to do the road. So this is the end, whoops. So here are the buildings. So we can see these parts. So this is the front of the building. Let's do level 5. And it's showing the tree place being directly in front of the building like that. So then it becomes a thing. Do I care about the house being inside? That's a good question, because right now, this is what this building looks like. So all of the forestry stuff is on the outside of this house. And let's look at some different forestries for a second. Let's look at medieval oak, and let's look at forestry, forester's hut. So you have an alternative lumberjack, which is this piece here. And this is a tree place. And let's look at the level 5 for this. Alternative level 5 is this big thing here. So it has this, and it has this shop area here, and it has this all in here. It almost looks like I would need two of these in order to create the correct kind of look, the correct place for this. So this is an alternative lumber shop. This one that's two buildings, one that's up and one that's here, and it should be facing this way so that the part where the trees are coming in is to the back. And if we put it here like this, can we put it all the way to the end? Let's put it there. Let's bring it down. I need a road here. And that should be enough for a road piece. Right through there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could probably bring it back one. Let's bring it down. So it gets to sit here and then have the other one sit here. But I don't like it enough. I don't like the other one with the stuff in the front yard. I don't like it enough for that. So we could sit a house here specifically for the forester. Let's look at one more thing. Let's look at the other one. And the level 5 of this one looks like this. Wow, that's interesting. So let's look in here and see what we've got. And we've got all the wood sitting in this part right here. Now the sawmill is attached to this builder. This builder has a sawmill attached, the carpentry shop. Let's go to Old English for a second. Let's go to the fundamentals, the builder complex, fundamentals, the builder complex, the builder, and right here you can see the sawmill right there. So it's a part of this building. And there it is, sitting right here. So if we have this forestry piece sitting here, it's actually quite interesting. We could almost put it behind in this section right here. Once this building is built, or let's see, let's move this over. Let's go back, switch to, that was oak, medieval oak. And let's go to the forester and switch. And that's one of them. The alternative, level 5, is the smaller one that comes like this. And it would definitely fit behind this house. But the big one, this one, is the one that I like. And right here like this, let's do the level 5 of this. And it would be here. Let's see what happens if we had it here like this. There's not enough room for a house in front, but there's more than enough room to do this here on the back part of this, across the street, but all the way to here. And bring it down and have it sit right here. So the tree farm, the trees, this would allow us to actually grow trees right in this spot in the beginning, right here. I like this so far. You think Macy is going to have a harsh time right now? Really? Let me see. Why? Because what's happening? She seems to be okay. We'll need to give her some more axes. Let's see how many she has so far. She has 2, so she's good, and she has food still. She's still eating, and so she's doing okay. And what's he doing? Let's X for a second. No, wait, I don't want to X just yet. Because I think this is set. Let's see what number this is. This is 68. So this is the correct number. So this is what it would look like if it was oak. But I prefer this. Haste makes waste. This is true. This is definitely true. So we have this part here. This is the office up here where they keep track of trees and business of doing the trees. And this is, can I see this? Is it, I can see that. Okay. And that's kind of it. That's actually kind of it. Kind of the way that the time that it takes to set, and it takes some processing to make sure that you're getting it all. And there's always something, you just hope that you find it. You find it at the right time. So Mr. Villager sent me what he wants for the town, which is 4 large pagoda villager houses and 8 medium villager houses and 10 small villager houses and 6 crop fields with 6 composters in total. And that's a city. That's an actual city. And yeah, you're not being too demanding. It's a city. We can get that done over a period of time. Over a period of time, we can actually get that done. And I'll add a piece every time after I get some things settled here. I'll add a piece to that and do that. I'm looking at this building and trying to decide if I want, I do like it. And that's the medieval dark. Oh, that's the problem. Let's switch packs. That's the problem. Medieval oak. I have the dark oak one. Medieval oak. Let's come here and let's use, that's what it is. So let's come to here and let's get the Forester. And let's do this one, level 5. And that's more the coloring that we want in this area. Let's turn the building so that it faces this way. And this is what happens usually. Let's make sure that this is still 68 right here. And that is 68. And the building looks like this. It's lighter. And so is keeping with some of the look of this. Now, just for a minute, I had an idea. I have an idea. Okay. Excellent. I'm glad. No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine, and it'll take time, but we can actually do that. Let's look at one thing for a second. Let's switch and go to Littleton, and let's look at the Forester in Littleton for a second. Level 5, and see, it does the same thing where it's a little tiny building like this, and in here it says the lumber, and it has the places for things to be in there. This is the problem with this, is that that's too small, and it doesn't, I prefer the indication to be a little bit more. Let's see here. You need some dirt, huh? I probably took the dirt
So
away.
what'll it be for ya?
And let me look at your food for a second.
Good to see ya, mate.
I will work on it. I will work on it. X. And let's come here. He doesn't have anything left, so we're going to give him this set. And he's going to go home. And what he needs is...
It's a fine afternoon.
What does he need? He needs dirt, cobblestone wall, and spruce log. So we'll come here. Let's come down here. Let's come to here. So he needs dirt, cobblestone wall. So we'll take half of this and make wall. And spruce. That was spruce log, wasn't it? I think that was spruce log. And let's move over here. And let's make some wall. Let's see how many this will give us. I think this will give us more than enough, but we'll see. We'll come over to his and get. Now, if we had a courier, they would do all this, and these are all the things that we begin to work towards. But in the beginning, we're going to do this. So cobblestone, let's go to inventory, and let's give him these pieces right here, and we'll see what he asks for next. And let's go back to here where we had that set, and we absolutely don't want that. And if we look at our packs, there isn't going to be anything else that I think I'm going to want that's going to fit into that. We could look at War Minecraft. War Minecraft has some interesting pieces. So let's look at the Forester. There's not a tree farmer there. Let's look at woodworking. And there's a Forester. And let's look at the level 5 of it. Okay. Let's come in here and see what this is. This is interesting. Let's raise this up so I can see what it looks like. I actually like that in a place where it rains. This is actually quite nice. The air conditioner came on again. Love the medieval styles, yeah. So this is War Minecraft, and this building is actually quite nice. This is a sawmill here. Let me see if I like OG better. Switch now that I'm doing this. Original. Original is kind of like Trade Post in that it has a specific style. Let's come here and look for the Forester. Level 5. However, this one's interesting. And this one looks like this. This area here. I definitely like that too. And here's an interesting thing. So, Mr. Villager, which one has to go now. You have to go? Oh, it is getting to that time, isn't it? It is a Monday, isn't it? Oh, I'm past time. I'm actually past time. Oh my gosh. I've been on for 3 hours. Vincentius, I've been on for 3 hours. In 15 minutes. I didn't even realize it. I'm crossing over, I think I'm crossing over, oh, but I don't see. Hold on. Let's go here for a second. Let's go here and look for a moment. Let's see. That's interesting. Yes, he is live. Ah, that's a shame. Okay, so I'm going to have to go. I have to go. Not just Mr. Villager, but I do too. I will tell Vincentius Primus, Vincentius, Mr. Villager is sending you a message. And see you too. I will see you next time also. Shoot, I haven't gotten anywhere. There's a part of me that doesn't want to leave, but I really need to do some things today, just like Mr. Villager has to. I'm intrigued by these forestry shops, and they're going to be what I'm going to continue to look at. And so thank you, everybody. You have an idea of what's going to happen here. It's going to be a while before maybe a little bit before we start seeing some trade post pieces. But this is the beginning of the city that is going to have the trade post economy mod for Minecolonies in it. And that is what we're going to do. So enjoy your games, everyone. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. And I will see you soon. Thanks for being in chat, Mr. Villager. And bye for now, everybody. Bye for now.